This is Sebastian. He lives with his family in a beautiful coastal town. This year, Sebastian and his family had to leave their home about 4 times because seawater reached inside. His dad said they'll soon have to move to a neighborhood far from the coast. Sebastian's story is just one of the 2 million new internal displacements caused by climate change recorded in Latin America and the Caribbean in 2024. It's a region highly exposed and deeply affected by climatic events, a situation worsened by existing vulnerabilities. Sebastian has already begun saying goodbye to his beloved sunsets. He still hasn't dared to say goodbye to his school. The losses and damages faced by families like Sebastian's go beyond the economic. They're also emotional and social. Martina works for the local government and leads the land use planning unit. She's been visiting Sebastian's community for years and worries every time a storm hits because she knows what's coming next. She understands there's no other option but to relocate the community to a safer place. The community knows it too, but the municipality lacks the funds to make it happen. To help address this challenge, the International Organization for Migration, in collaboration with La Ruta del Clima, has developed the costing tool for funds, designed to address losses and damages in contexts of human mobility. This tool can support Martina and her local team in several ways. By improving the design of strong, comprehensive proposals to access international funding, by facilitating dialogue with communities when formulating policies, by providing guidance for coordination with other ministries, by generating evidence to access national programs. In this way, the tool facilitates Martina's and her team's work so that Sebastian, his family, and their community can live their lives in safe places and under dignified conditions. The costing tool for funds estimates the costs of 2 types of human mobility: disaster displacement and planned relocation. It has a needs-based approach grounded in community dialogue to identify impacts and cost strategies that lead to durable solutions, ensuring climate mobility is addressed in a comprehensive, safe, and dignified way. Who can use it? National and subnational governments to facilitate access to international funding. Subnational governments showcasing impacts for accessing national funds. Organized communities to strengthen dialogue with governments regarding their own needs. Response funds and multilateral banks to standardize funding request mechanisms, improving planning and accountability. Let's walk through how the costing tool for funds works. The tool's modules include a matrix that organizes the actions needed to address the impacts, along with sources and methods to estimate their costs. It also includes a community survey and a data review and consultation process with governments. Both modules follow a similar structure. The first columns detail the components of each process. Then the necessary actions are listed, whether for relocation, to prevent negative impacts, or for addressing displacement-related impacts, along with their descriptions and scope. Once the steps are laid out, the module moves into the cost estimation strategy. It suggests reference sources to look up the cost of each action, mainly government programs. If no sufficient data is available, contractor budgets or other relevant sources may be used. These are meant as guidance. Next is the column for the number of units needed per action based on the community survey. Then comes the timeline for each action. Costs are calculated based on a 12-month period, though some actions, like housing solutions, happen once, while others, like school support or mental health care, may continue beyond the year. At the end, the total cost is split into 2 columns: total cost to be financed through cooperation, total cost to be covered by the state. This division acknowledges that states already have active programs and structures that can cover part of the actions, which can also serve as counterpart contributions for multilateral organizations. To help with this, actions are color-coded as a suggestion. Let's take a closer look at how to complete the matrix. The first step to implement the tool is to identify the community to work with. Use the checklist to do this. Then, applying the tool involves two key steps that help complete the matrix. Government data collection, to access information on programs, costs, and other relevant data. This phase involves reviewing documents and engaging in dialogue with government representatives to identify the most suitable programs for each action in the matrix. For example, for the item rental subsidy, the suggested reference source is the cost of a housing subsidy program. This is just one example. The key is to analyze available programmatic information to find the best fit and its associated costs. Here's a helpful tip. Start by collecting data from local governments. It could be helpful to review accountability reports, public budgets, and development plans, which often contain consolidated financial and operational data. Dialogue with officials will complement this review, and in the case of the planned relocation module, it will also provide key information about the new site, such as basic infrastructure, nearby schools, health centers. Let's move on to the second key step, gathering information from communities to identify needs directly in the field. This phase involves implementing the survey in affected communities, as their participation is essential. Contact should be made with the support from the local government, which is the closest actor. It's also important to coordinate logistics with community leaders to find the best way to carry out the data collection. Once the survey data is analyzed, you can determine how many people should be considered for each action. For example, the displacement module addresses lost school days by costing a support program to help students catch up. The community survey includes specific questions to determine the number of children in the situation. Here's a helpful tip. To make data entry easier, check the traceability column. This column shows which survey question corresponds to each action in the matrix. Finally, the tool will automatically calculate the total cost of the process. You can find the costing tool for funds and more available resources in lac.iom.int